The cup will start. Virtual's Birthday Cup of the year 2025. Ian and Sami have built a map and we will play a knockout on it after a bit of seeding. In the seeding I have to make sure to reach Div 1. Div 1 should be the top 100 players. It should be doable, not too difficult, but last year I actually didn't make it on this map here. Let's see how it's going today. The map has, from what I've seen, one part that is a bit weird and random maybe, but it could also be consistent if we find the correct setup for it. The rest of the map, there are parts where I think could suit me. It's of course purposely built a bit weird and shit. Also basically unsmooth in many parts. Here we go. And 89 and first. Let's train the rest. Okay, nice. So here, the question is, do we wanna just jump like this? Where do we see the limit, the time limit? So far this is not very consistent. This worked. What is purple doing? I mean, there I messed up still, yeah. Ah, this is the trick, yeah. This one I thought we can also just save. Yeah, crazy, right? Didn't know that Thunders was even that successful in a big LAN. This is... I don't like to turn like this. And I'm actually doing better around the hole. Sadly, there's a timer completely missing here on this qualification server. Like, I have no idea how much time we still have. That might have been also the case last year. scheiße. This part, I still get very different results. This cut is tight, especially when you have such a bad entry into it. Alright. Also I made it into Division 1. The question is a little bit, since there is this cut with a barrel roll, which is extremely tight, how do you want to approach this in the knockout? Because not doing it is really slow. Qualifiers over, waiting for all results. Why does it show here so many different languages? Gratis par födel sedagen, til hamingju med afmelit, letsazi limonate latsualo, tirsen ötrin ment, tulgan kununus menen kutuk time, selamat hari lahir, lockige girte. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag. Ach, now I finally know what it is about. Like from everything before, I did. Okay, from the very first one, you could have maybe figured it out, but the others, oh, that's such different words. What is happening with the servers? Oh, now it's 23:45. Gratulerer met dagen. Piavrin Tvalrar Vainal Maligayang Caravan Bavhadhe Rinofacha Whatever Gesuar Ditelingen Super Upandinayak Viva Tsiku Lapvino Lobadva Melikami Lideti, La Multi-Anni, Tilike med Vodselsdagen. Ja. Can actually play the map. Maybe I should check rather if they have something found. This is not something found, this is pure luck. He gets exactly what I want. Servers on? Okay. He only goes PF, you know. I did kind of the same. Mm. No. The server's filling from possible 100 players. We have already 75 on the server. Can play a bit of warm-up still. Or why does something like this have to be in the roads now? My opinion, that's difficult. I missed the checkpoint like this. Ah, that makes no sense. It's definitely good that I have been eating already, because otherwise it would get really late now. This is so tight, guys. The ending is mega difficult as well to hit well. This last turn, I see myself actually getting overtaken and knocked out at some round in the ending. Because fully getting this turn perfectly is tough. Okay, we start with an elimination round. That's good. What the fuck? 8 players will be knocked out first round. I see Lingo far behind. Shenga. Okay. Tja, also of course the question then in the later rounds would always be, do I go for the barrel wall, which gains of course over 2 seconds if you hit it, or do I not go for it? The thing is, I tested it out now quite a long time and it was just way too inconsistent. I was actually not good enough to make this work then in an important live round. I think that even when I'm in red, I should go safe and trust or pray that someone fails it. I made a lot of positions this round, up to 15th. This here can cost much more time than I can gain with this part. What I sadly couldn't really figure out or test is the question if the direct jump, how I do it, to the checkpoint, if it's actually better or not better compared to releasing a lot and landing in the downhill. I would assume it should be better because there is a hairpin afterwards. But sometimes I'm landing so slow and bad. Sometimes I'm landing so bad there that even with a hairpin I still would have less speed than normal. Kanchika is out already, wow. And Chris didn't play, no? Giuliano und Sano. This other time zone not actually that fast as they thought. Down to 4 KOs. They say Tarpo wins, and Tarpo is currently in last. But the question is if someone fails the ending. I don't think so. Wait. This might be a bug. On the cam might be in, and it's just shown there. Yeah. Oh, Dexter! Thanks a lot for the raid. I'm in the middle of the Virtual Cup. Knockout on a Yak map. Already in the top 49 round. You see that others are also doing my strat. Like there are multiple people finishing exactly next to me in many of these rounds. The thing is, even this big jump that I'm doing is not perfectly consistent. I had once this bug at the jump off, and I think this bug happens when you jump like that there is a line at the jump off. From left to right, so I always jump off right of this line. If I would go onto the line, I could bug, I guess. But by jumping from the right side, I have to jump a little bit diagonal. And that is also then maybe not so good for the landing if you're unlucky. And this landing. Don't have really much speed here. Ideally, I wanted to release a little bit before I jump off, so that I jump a little bit shorter or lower, but I'm not really jumping much lower, I guess. 50 enough. This was now the first round where I needed to double respawn at the landing. And it was also maybe even the closest round till now. And again. Now where it gets important, suddenly this part decides to not work anymore. Amazing. The thing is, with the 46er times I would probably survive still for quite a long while. But when I have this double respawn, it's immediately tight. Yeah, now I have completely different results. It was so consistent. This one was still okay. Oh nein. Two tenth. I'm so unlucky, man. How did this flip? Ugh. Whenever there is a virtual cup with money, I'm never winning it. I'm never winning it. There's always something happening. But the thing is, with such maps, this can happen any moment to anyone. Like many other people are also out that you wouldn't have thought. Oh, interesting way to turn around. And they do this. Now Fredwolf suddenly. Yeah. Fredwolf DNF. Tag. Oh. Man, this was just not my mistake what happened there. Also, for whatever reason, this weird plastic bounce flip thingy didn't work as smooth as I had it for the first part of the cup. Like, it was so consistent, it was actually crazy how consistent it was. Worked always the exact same. But now, like 4 or 5 rounds in a row, it was always a bit different. And this is always a thing, also on Serrator Cup maps, I remember. Like, you train a certain of these weird parts one day and it works, and then the next day it doesn't work. No matter what you do, then you question everything, and then in another day it works again. Like, in the middle of the cup, I must have changed a small thing in the approach of this part, and it must have changed everything with how consistent it is. But it was still okay in this round. Ah, look what Alpha Dream is doing. He's not flipping at all. Ah, that's... If that's controllable, it looks of course mega safe. Oh, purple is actually going safe. Interesting. This is actually a decent lap. I don't know what time Verlegen is, but this is actually a decent lap here. Naiko... Ah, Neotim is behind. And he will survive with this because one guy fell down. Yeah, I mean it was looking very decent, but he is now in with 48. But Naiko drove a 47 or 46 high. That is actually quite crazy for Orange. But yeah, if I remember right, my round, the flip was okay-ish. I was very slow and safe then after the flip, up this plastic thingy, into the checkpoint, and suddenly I was in red. And I guess, now that I see that actually many people turn around in the checkpoint and come from the other side, I think that those are the people that overtook me there, so that I had a red car on my, red number on my car. That is, I guess, the reason. Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah, what Jordan does. He will basically pass me. Oh, but he lost 2 purple and others. Purple got it well. Yeah, but still, even though there was a red number, wow, that was good. Wow, Jordan, no way. He might overtake. Nah, red boost will save Jakar. But this is a 47.1 out. So guys, this is now the time where you definitely needed it clean. Naja, but the fact how I got eliminated by flipping over at the landing, I was actually pretty straight, I would say. Like, how the heck did this flip? This was such a weird momentum from the car. And that was the one round where this was then not savable anymore. But I see that some people have a better line in this plastic rounds. Like a more direct approach. Ooh. I mean, I still wanted to figure it out, kind of. If the long jump that I did is actually even faster than releasing and landing in some kind of downhill. I'm still curious. I think that the long jump should be better. Yeah, also it is obvious. On this map here I expected, like, top 3 would have been also fine. I just want to be lucky once in such knockouts and reach the prize money. Because I always fell short so far. Like, always right short, right before the prize money or something. Happened in so many virtual cups already. And these knockouts here are theoretically really good. For example, the big knockouts, if you remember. They once hosted a knockout where all the big people, also Trilux and so on, build maps. And that I won, for example. It was also a weird map. And also a big knockout, and that worked out. Okay, Naiko is ripped, but to be honest, otherwise, looks like a pretty... Oh no, it's actually not. The winning time is only 45.5. I thought, like, if that's again a 42 and someone is only 2.6 behind with orange. I mean, now is the time where everyone has to question himself if he really wants to go for the risk of this cut. Now everyone has to think about it. Ah, but Alpha Dream does, it looks actually very, very clean. He is going for it. And he's hitting it. He's landing it even. It wasn't necessary, it's also not really much faster. Okay guys, a 46.7 is out. And you needed a 46 low. It would have been difficult to survive these rounds now. Like, this is still in reach, but with my lines it would require definitely that I get a clean flip. Like, any time loss there would make it not possible. I would need to risk this part after the flip then a bit more. Where you go up the plastic. Purple is also doing this line. Oh my god, did he go on purpose? My god, Purple! I knew he's gonna get knocked out in this round. That was obvious. This is such a, like, could be also a Margie knockout. Verlegen, Snow and Alpha Dream. Like these Margie knockouts when some people still didn't make it and then you have so many Frenchies, and as the top 3 of Verlegen, Snow and Alpha Dream would be super typical. This is, by the way, now the important round. Like, Wu is not winning any prize money. Alpha Dream from first to last. Now he's going for it and it doesn't work. And this is the risk, no? This is like what can easily happen if you feel like you go for that. You have to go for it, like such a big chance that you mess it up then. Was Valegen doing the barrel roll in this run? So that he got a 43-7? The other 2 times by Snow and Hill are really fast for not doing it. And they are not jumping far, like me, they are jumping short. Maybe I was actually then incorrect with what I was doing. Verlegen with a mega start. Oh no. But the others, yeah, Valegen goes for this, but he makes it. But Snow is mega fast as well. A 44 seconds time without that flip. Valegen had a very good start last round. Again, he is in the lead, but not by as much. Small Neo slide now, this important section. He's going for the flip and it doesn't work. He saves it nicely, but now we know that he is going for the flip, of course. Bad setup, of course. Snow's also doing it! Did Snow make it even? He has to grab the checkpoint still, but Valegen cannot make it anymore. But this was like the typical Marchi Monday final, how they also looked like. Both with a completely yak round and Snow wins it then. 47.9. He basically made the barrel roll but missed the checkpoint, had to turn around to get the checkpoint. And was lucky that Valegen had such a bad setup for the barrel roll. Like the fact that he crashed in the checkpoint is the reason why he didn't make it. It was of course still possible to make it, but it just brought him out of the rhythm, of the flow. The line, he had less time to aim it and so on. Also, no, that's why.